All right, Coach, thank you very much. It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Indianapolis Colts. It's a very short kick, taken right at the 20. And a nifty return there as he's all the way up past the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Nyheim Hines, his first carry. He'll wind up getting a yard on the game's first play at second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They run with Hines. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the juke. Only gets 3 yards there on the heels of the 1-yard pickup. Sets up 3rd and 6. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be a long day.
Back to throw here. Got an open man. That's Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a toss play. It's Hines. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Nyheim Hines, 38 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Excellent start there. First drive of the season. Big-time success putting it in the end zone.
And remember, that was done without any real map of how to do it. In other words, the deeper you get into the season, you get game film to work off of, tendencies to work off of. The first drive of the season, things can be entirely different than what you've seen in the past. It's a really good job of execution by them.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Mahomes to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. This is the tight end, Njoku. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, you know, I mean, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And he'll take it across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Mecole Hardman, the intended target.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
On 1st down, Hines. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
44, Mike.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looking to throw. That's caught at the run. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
Now, I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Put that team on the box. 36.
They'll try the left side. Dobbins. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 46-yard line.
Yellow. Let's go, blue lady. Come to my world. We want it. Come to my world. Switch. 50, yellow. 49's the mic. Mark 49.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 54 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get him in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed because, let's face it, they don't get something done on this drive, turn it back over, this game could be 88 and out the gate early.
What? 88 and out the gate?
Yeah.
What's that?
Well, listen, I used to hear my old man talk about it. Usually meant that thing's done.
Well, now that they got the touchdown, it's not 88 and out the gate. We still got a good game going ahead of us. And they finally get to him, but not before he's past the 45 to the 46-yard line.
At some point, we're going to get it through our heads. Special teams, special teams, special teams. The spark that often wins games.
And from down in Miami, an update. And the Bengals out to the early advantage. Remember to keep an eye on the ticker, of course, at the bottom of your screen for updates on that game and others around the NFL. They'll start on the ground with Hines. A little 360. It'll be a gain of 17 and an Indianapolis first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. Looking middle, and that's complete. And they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
10 yards on the pickup. It's second and inches at the Chiefs' 15-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on second and inches. Now the first carry for Chase Edmonds. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
Now that's the way to do it. Hand it to someone with vision and good footwork, and add a little bit of power, and you find a way to pick up first downs.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. They'll try and set up the screen to Hines. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation, you're either throwing it at the feet of your back to make sure no one picks it off, or you throw it away, throw it over the sideline. Don't try and freelance and try and make a bigger play. There's really no one else running a pattern that should be open.
And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal.
Got it. 54, right there. 54, Mike. 65, 65, 65.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Myers connects on the PAT, and it's now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Check it out,
On second down now, Dobbins, and not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Force the incompletion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Well, someone's been up to the task so far in this game. They are already up a couple of scores, Brandon, and guess what? I think they're just going to pin their ears back now and get upfield and get after the quarterback.
Been such an impressive first half to get that lead. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Colts are set up well as they take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. A little jet sweep to start the drive. Able to push his way through. Charvarius Ward in on the tackle.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And he's got some space here. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And a quick throw here, that's complete. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Not too many more ideal situations at 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a 1st down. They ran it and picked it up.
Let's go, defense. Let's get up.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
I got you, son. I got you, son.
A give, the first man through, Gillespie of the fullback. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it into play before with a smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And that has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This fielded at the 2. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 15 yards on that one. Kansas City has a 1st down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Working from the gun, Mahomes. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Looking to throw again on second down. Mahomes, he's got Njoku, his big tight end. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 15-yard line.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better than it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
Now it's Mahomes again. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Just looking at from a defensive perspective, when you break the huddle in the red zone, tight end is one of the guys you've got to key on because quarterbacks want the ball in their hands fast in this position, and they want to get it to someone. And in this case, he had the play. They just didn't complete it.
6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, 3rd and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. And he's got it. Touchdown, Chiefs. Mecole Hardman there to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to draw a bit closer. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. This will be fielded at the 8. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
This is Hines. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Here's Hines. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
They'll run on first down. Edmonds. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. A gain of 11 that time, and a Colts first down. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run on first down. Vaughn. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now it's Hines. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now on 3rd down, an extra DB out there for the Chiefs. They'll drop the throw to the end zone, but it's incomplete. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. And Myers able to knock it through, and that'll push the lead up to 17. So a capper there to a pretty good first half.
And I love the way that they put a chokehold on the clock and pretty much drained everything before they put the field goal on the board as they headed into the half.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never wanted to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, no. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. Dobbins. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
They went right back to him, but he pretty much had nowhere to go on that play.
Yeah, the previous carry looked pretty good. That one, maybe he was a little tired. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe he should have tapped out and had a second back come in and maybe make that run. Who knows?
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. It fights him off. But he can't get away forever, and down he goes. Tack McKinley just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
I think we've seen this before. Someone's down 3 scores. That situation there That's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Dorsett on the return. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Come on, set. Look at the flag. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. I'm coming. Any weapon.
On first down, Hines. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Get ready. Get ready. Explain. Take off.
And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give the Colts 13 yards and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll run on first down. It's Hines, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
Ready. Time of the ending. Mark 54. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go. Come on.
2nd and 11. On the screen, this is Edmonds. Give him 3 on the screen. He couldn't break free, and it's 3rd down.
In order for a screen pass to break big, a lot of things have to come together and be well executed, but all it takes is one small thing to go wrong and keep it from being a big game.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They're going to look to throw. And that is caught. It's Dorsett for the Colts touchdown. Philip Dorsett there to make the grab. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the lead is now 24. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. This is taken at his 4. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
Shoot! 15. Right over there.
Now here's Mahomes. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well and get a few stops.
Got an open man. That's David Njoku, the tight end. 23 yards on the play.
Such a valuable commodity to have a tight end who can run and get open. How about what he just did there? Worked his way from right to left across the field and found his way free.
On first down, Dobbins. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Watch the run.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. It's Hill, complete. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. And the Colts pick it up. And he's into the clear. The 40, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. So this defense clicking early in the year. Week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Now Myers for the extra point. And the lead will grow by 1 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive, and they'll be looking to start fresh. Just a moment ago, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. On play action, it's Mahomes. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. They complete it to Hill. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. Just a 5-yard pickup, and it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Mahomes and the offense staying out there. They'll go for it on fourth.
Six man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
They do go for it. It's Mahomes. He is going to find Hill here. And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Mahomes to throw once more. He'll get it once more into the hands of Hill. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 21 yards. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back now in Indianapolis. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
First down, Chiefs.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Here's Mahomes to throw. He's got the hook up to Miller. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Two of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They go play fake. Mahomes. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. A great effort there. There to make the grab. And the Chiefs are able to cut into this lead. Well, he wasn't the guy they were initially going for, but after going through the progressions, It worked.
When you have plenty of people who can catch the football, you don't always have to go to your primary target, and sometimes that target is actually covered. Nice job coming off of that and getting it to someone who was open.
Yeah, the man out of the backfield gets in for the score. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
No, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out. And no one wants to go back to those memories. But, you know, when I was calling college football, I saw a game that... You know, team put 70. I actually saw it happen twice. A team put 70 on their opponent. And in the NFL, in the 2017 season, I saw one of those changing of the guard games where a team that hadn't been very good before now was dominating and kicking around a team who had been ruling their division.
And that's when you earn your paycheck, right?
Yes,
as the analyst, you got to fill that time.
You've got to know what's going on out there and how it all happened.
Well, obviously, that begs the question, what game was it?
That was Seattle hosting Los Angeles, the Rams.
Yeah.
Their second meeting of the season, and the Rams turned it around from their first one and blew out the Seahawks.
They'll run on first down. It's Vaughn. Try to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and 10 at the 29-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10.
Get that quarterback, D-line. Get that quarterback.
They'll keep it on the ground. It's Vaughn. Space to maneuver at the 40. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Here we go. Not a whoop. Here we go, D. All day, D. Get her all. West.
And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
But that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
And that'll set them back 5. Delay of game penalty ships them back 5 yards, makes it 3rd and 10. And now a carry here for their fullback. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. This is where, fourth quarter, you've got the lead, you give it to the big guy. defensively kind of sucks the will out of them, doesn't it? Because they don't want to tackle him right now this late in the game.
You say that with accusatory tones. I mean, but you're exactly right. I know it's not something we actually want to talk about, but as a defender, 4 quarters worth of trying to bring people down, 4 quarters worth of pounding, and now late in the game, here comes that big guy coming at you, and a lot of guys are wondering where they want to come up and make that tackle at this stage of the game.
So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On first down, Vaughn. On the stop, Breeland speaks.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
All day, just like that, just like that.
And they'll go jet sweep here with Dorsett. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. That's going to set him back 5 yards. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. Now here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And a nice job here on special teams. This will be down inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Well, someone's going to be happy with that effort. You know who else is going to be happy? His defense.
Absolutely.
He's created a very long field for that offense to try to traverse.
And he got some help from Mr. Football there, checking up nicely. Good English on that punt. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Mahomes now on first down, fighting through pressure. And incomplete. Crisis averted. Almost picked. Instead, second down.
It moves to 2nd and 10.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. And they just took a timeout with 2 seconds to go. This one obviously decided. Not sure they needed to take it, but we'll take it with them. One final try for Mahomes. And Mahomes is going to go down in the end zone, and that is going to be a safety. So this one winds up an Indianapolis victory. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the Colts, that'll be a happy locker room as they start this season 1-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Chiefs, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.